the biggest changes that I see in the digital marketing landscape, I mean, pandemic was a huge, massive impact. We spoke about that earlier, right? So that happened in 2020, 4 years ago. That was huge. By If you take the last 10 years, by 2014, I think digital disruption was really hitting businesses, right? The iPhone was invented in 2007. Lots of iterations of iPhones and other smartphones happened. By 2014, digital disruption was rife. By that time, according to Deloitte Access Economics at the time, they said only 14% of businesses were truly digitally engaged, which meant that 86% were struggling with this issue of digital disruption. So that was a huge issue. Then came the pandemic, okay? So I can think of those two as the major things that impacted, but throughout that time, from 2017 onwards, NetStripes have been talking about the impact of artificial intelligence. We ran a lot of you have attended our digital bootcamp, which is a 2-day session, and we covered that, the three top changes that will impact us in the next 10 years. And we started talking about it in 2017. Where are we today, 2024, 7 years ago, and said artificial intelligence is something that is going to come into the forefront of business, and we have to be ready. We also spoke about how to be ready to accept it and adapt it so that we augment how we operate as opposed to get threatened by artificial intelligence and get disrupted by it. That's something we all can do. The other thing we spoke about was virtual reality and augmented reality, okay? So VR and AR is still happening. It hasn't really come and hit us yet, but with this emergence of artificial intelligence, you'll see those two technologies coming through as well. The third thing we spoke about was how the massive impact of connectivity, the whole world getting connected with the internet. At that time in 2017, we said that only 2/3 of the world had been connected to the internet. Still another third had to be connected. And that would really double the number of people on the internet, creating massive opportunity. The other area of connectivity is things like the Internet of Things, where devices are going to be connected to the internet. And all of us are going to use massive amount of devices. And this is going to increase. Whether it's in your home, you're going to have, Alexa and Google Home type of devices. But not only that, we spoke about watches and, wearables and, all that has become the mainstream now. Your locks in your house. I don't have a key to enter my house. I have some numbers. I can open it from my iPhone if I want to, but I don't. But these are devices that are all going to connect. And this Internet of Things is going to bring a lot of change as well. Autonomous vehicles, again, with artificial intelligence, video, all combined. What are the other things that we are going to see coming through? 3D printing. Okay, this is a huge revolution coming. It's going to change everything. Okay, so we have to be ready for 3D printing. So there you go, guys. Some changes I spoke of, what's happened in the past, what's happening now. Artificial intelligence in the next 2 or 3 years is going to make us really seriously consider how we do things. So be ready for it. I think that's a huge opportunity. I spoke about the pandemic. Pandemic meant that we had to be ready for change. So what it means to you is every business must build a strong digital and marketing infrastructure in a robust way, starting with strategy, okay? If we don't do it now, when it comes to the next crisis, like we had the pandemic, we've had multiple crises before that. When it comes to the next crisis, if you're not ready, you'll get smashed. So that's why we need to be ready.